Hello, hello, hey, it's Wilma again, and I'm back with my Astrology Oracle Learning Deck. This deck is for sale through me privately. You can PM me through my Facebook, or you can get it through my website, wilmasalternativesolutions.weebly.com. And it comes with the full booklet, and it comes with a bunch of, oh, if I can get them to show you here, some 15 pages of glossary notes that you don't have to look up some keywords and stuff, okay? As well as, of course, the keywords on the cards themselves, which are fairly self-explanatory. So even if you don't know about astrology, you're immediately going to look at these cards and you're going to have the keywords and ideas about astrology. You can use this deck to read as an oracle, not knowing anything about astrology, or use it to help gain your understanding of astrology. I'm going to bring out Ginny Jester's Astro Reader Wheel, probably my next video, because it's an amazing, amazing tool, and I think that these cards and that wheel work well together. Her wheel is actually what made astrology, it's what got everything to make sense to me, so I really want to bring that up. But right now I want to talk about inconjunct and semi-sextile, because these are two aspects that people get confused about, and it's hard to keep them straight. And I have my own little cheat sheet about how I remember them. So I wanted to get into that. I talked a little bit about that last time, I believe, with the semi-sextile. So let's just get into this full video. Okay, these are both minor aspects. If you're not, deep in astrology, you may not know what aspects are. It's the relation between, you have this big wheel and the planets are on the wheel, and it's the mathematical relationship to them. So it shows you here, inconjunct is when two planets are 150 degrees apart or within 4 degrees orb of 150 degrees. And here is two planets within 30 degrees apart or within 2 degrees of 30. This is where if I showed you Ginny Jester's Astro Reader Wheel or an Aspect Reader Wheel, it would make sense. I have a link for a downloadable aspect wheel in here so that you can take a look at that. The point is, semi-sextile is kind of this is a good aspect. It's a helpful aspect. Inconjunct is a challenging aspect. They're generally color-coded in a lot of programs, so I kept that color coding. Now, I think of these as the picnic tables. The right side up picnic table and the upside down picnic table. And that's my shortcut. Semi-sextiles are opportunities where, these planets and the energies are attracting, and you have to work it. You have to use effort to make this work, or make the best thing happen out of the two planets that are merging. Say that's Uranus and Mars. Uranus and Mars together could be, action in ideas, school, philosophies, things like that. But if it's semi-sextile, it's not going to be a trine. It's not going to come naturally. It's not going to be a square. It's not going to be hard. But it's something that's like, you have an opportunity to do this, but you're going to have to work with it. I think of it as when we're having trouble in school and we really need to work to get to a subject, but we can get that grade, but we're really going to have to put our mind to it. My cheat sheet of remembering is the upside down picnic table is, your parents have gone away and you've had a party. You get a call at 7 a.m. that your parents are coming home at 10. And you freak out going, oh my God, the house is trashed. But you still got 8 people there with you who can help you clean this up. And you've got, a few hours to do it. So you can totally take all these tables that you have turned upside down in your parents' house, and all this trashness, it's like all the, the beer bottles, whatever, the turned up tables, the flipped over couches. Get your friends together and make it right. You can turn this back upside down. You can clean, I think of it as, this is a table. You turn the table upside down and you can clean it back up. Okay, you're the teenager who had the party and you can come back and clean it back up. Inconjunct, or also known as quincunx, is a very hard aspect. It requires adjustment. It requires control, possibly looking at things from the other perspective. It's when the energies do not understand each other. Feeling between a rock and a hard place, like you have no opportunities or no way to run. It can also be not understanding. In health diagnoses, this often comes up as a mystery diagnosis, or when they cannot figure out what's going on. In general, Inconjuncts cannot figure out what's going on. It does not understand the other person. If you have Inconjunct, if you have this aspect with your Mercury and your Venus with your partner, it is going to make the relationship very, very difficult, and it's something that you're going to have to work on. But again, these are not fixed things that it's always going to be a problem or it's always going to be a help. You need to do the work, and it is a warning to you to say, here, this is a guidepost. You can do this, but here's a guide of how to do that. And that's up to us. That's free will. So Inconjunct doesn't understand the other. It requires a lot of adjustment, compromise. Okay. So the way I think of this, my cheat sheet of this is the picnic table is standing up. It reminds me of the family dinner table, the family Thanksgiving dinner table of anybody who's ever had the family that wasn't perfect, who you all end up and you're all trying to get there on time. Everybody has expectations. You know it's going to be tense. You're waiting for the fight to break out, but you're trying to hold back and you're just trying to keep quiet, keep your calm, keep your cool. But everybody's sitting at that table with that inner tension and knows that everybody's tense and they're just waiting for the shoe to drop. Nobody understands the other person. Oh, you never understood this. My brother doesn't get this. My mother doesn't understand. Dad, you never understood this. He will never all this stuff, all these family things, it's like, you need to accept me for who I am. Why can't you accept me? All this stuff, it's like ready to break out. The family dinner table, that reminds me of Inconjuncts. I'm sorry, Inconjuncts. That's interesting way of like conjoining both words. Inconjunct or quincunx. You can see them both ways. Most people use Inconjunct nowadays. Quincunx, I think, is kind of an older term. But they are interchangeable. So we have the family picnic table, or the family Thanksgiving dinner of, oh my God. So you have to be restrained. You feel stuck. You're in a rock and a hard place. You have to show up, but you don't want to be there. And then you have, I partied too hardy. My parents are coming home, but I can clean this mess up. So that's how I think of these two. Hopefully that will help you keep them straight. So when you see the table, you think of your family and sitting around the table going, oh. And when you see it upside down, you think of, I partied, but I can do this and I can clean it up and I can make this work. Got it? Hopefully that helps. And yeah, that's all I got for today. Again, you can purchase this through my website. You can contact me privately through Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, however you want to get a hold of me. I'm around. My name is Wilma Burnham on Facebook, or you go by my old name. It's under Multifariously Aberrant is my Facebook name. Good luck finding that. But if you can spell, or if you can Google, you'll find me. Thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.